What's going on, everybody? It's Friday, February 3rd. Wow. End of the week already.
End of the week already.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you letting me join the show today.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard and seen the other ones, and I'm excited that I'm a part of it,
Yeah. How's it going? My name's Zan Piarli. This is AM Sports Talk with ZP. Joining me today is my good buddy, Patrick White, from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He's a Hoosier. I'm an adopted Hoosier. But we're going to talk about a lot of good things. Pat, thanks for joining me. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, name's Patrick White, whatever you want to call me. Sophomore just like you, ZP. From Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've been a Hoosier my entire life. My dad went here to IU, and I literally knew since the day I was born that I was going to be going to IU for school. So I'm here now.
Yeah?
And I'm living up life,
Yeah, no, so what McAfee's doing is he's leaving the NFL and he's going to work for Barstool Sports, which may sound bizarre to a lot of people. He's only 29. It would kind of make sense if he was, done with his playing career or whatever, and he wanted to go on. But he's had 3 knee surgeries, and I think he said he's probably going to have more to come if he would have stayed in the league. And he just wants to make people happy, and that's what he's willing to do. So, Pat, You've seen him more than I have. You have more experience with him. You're a Colts fan. Just what does he mean to the Colts, and what can he bring to Barstool, really?
Well, I mean, for the Colts organization, he was huge just because as a football player, I mean, he was the best punter in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging, I think, the most yards this past season, and he's out of the NFL, which is just absolutely absurd. As Jim Irsay said, he's a little confused, as is everyone else. But even on the comedy side, he had the Uncaged tour. I'm not sure if you heard about that, but it was his comedy tour that he went on this past summer. He came to Fort Wayne, where I was from. I wasn't able to go to it, but I had some friends, and I had some friends actually say that he was like the funniest guy they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like funny, he compared him like to Kevin Hart or something. Like he was better than Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
and Kevin Hart's obviously professional doing this. So I think he'll have a great career in the comedy or whatever entertainment industry that he goes down.
Yeah, no, I've seen a little bit of his work. I'm not very familiar. I think I became more familiar with him whenever I came to Indiana. But everything I've seen from him has just been absolutely hilarious. And
that's just how he naturally is.
Right.
I mean, it's not like he's even really trying to be funny. That's just his humor, and that's just the way he goes about life.
And I love it because now he's going to be able to bring that to kind of like a sports entertainment side. And I think Colts fans should be a little upset that he's not going to be on their team anymore. But at the same time, he's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going to be in Indianapolis. He's going to be very involved with the Colts. He's just going to be with Barstool Sports. Just what do you think about that as a Colts fan? I mean, he's still here.
Yeah, he's still here, and like you said, he's in Indianapolis, so it's not like we're losing Pat McAfee for good. But he has like foundations and a bunch of other stuff that he does for fun in Indianapolis, and he's going to continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think he's going to do is, like, I'm not sure if you ever seen like Jim Gaffigan. Obviously, he's a comedian, and his like mantra is food and like how he loves eating and stuff. And I think that McAfee will kind of make it like he was the NFL punter who went to comedy, and like that'll be his kind of thing. And he'll make I think a great living off of it and be a positive impact in the Indianapolis area.
Yeah. So if you don't know Pat McAfee, go watch his retirement press conference that he did with Barstool Sports, and that pretty much sums up who he is. So the entire thing, it's kind of like a joke, really. He's like, yeah, I'm retiring from the NFL. And then he's got, like, Adam Vinatieri in there asking him questions. Adam Vinatieri's like, who's going to hold my balls, man? Adam Vinatieri, the great NFL kicker. And then he's even got Greg Olsen in there. I don't know what his connection with Greg Olsen is. Do you know?
I'm not too sure, but, I mean, I didn't know Greg Olsen was that funny, but
Yeah.
in that press conference, he was pretty funny.
Yeah, so it's really funny because they're just ripping him to shreds, like, what are you doing? This is a terrible idea. Don't you realize this? But, I mean, all in all, I think it's going to be great. What do you think?
Oh, I absolutely think it's going to be great. He's a funny guy. It's not like he's not proven himself in the comedy area, so he's obviously going to jump right in, and he's really going to expand Barstool, too. Barstool was kind of like a main, like a Instagram and Twitter thing, but now they have a show on like Comedy Central, I think, like the Barstool Rundown. So it's only growing, and he's getting in at a good time. I saw a comparison to like Michael Strahan. He's got that morning show, or
Sure.
I don't know what it is. But,
Yeah.
But just a guy that can make a good living in a second career. So.
Yeah, I think he's funnier than Michael Strahan.
Oh, no,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Another league, the NBA. The NBA All-Star Weekend announced their three-point contest. participants, their skills challenge participants, and their dunk contest participants. And I am really excited for this group. In the dunk contest, we're going to have Aaron Gordon, who was outdone by Zach LaVine last year in a thrilling dunk contest. Absolutely great. If you didn't see it for some reason last year, I would recommend going back and watching it because that was an absolutely ridiculous dunk contest. But then joining him is DeAndre Jordan from the Los Angeles Clippers, Glenn Robinson III, an Indiana kid from the Pacers, and then Phoenix Suns rookie Derrick Jones Jr. Pat, who the hell is Derrick Jones Jr.?
ZP, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really know. Okay, that's the thing. I'm not going to get on here and act like I really know who this guy is. All I do know is he is a D-League guy. I think he only has played like 8 minutes with the Suns or something. But I'll tell you this. The man can jump out of the gym, and he's going to put on a show just because of his athleticism. And I saw a couple highlights from him, and he can just get up and, like, I mean, you know LeBron's cock back where he takes it, and, I mean, but this guy is just, he almost reminds me of Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very similar, so it's like you replace the actual Zach LaVine with the guy that's just like...
No, it's funny. I didn't even really know who this guy was, and then I looked him up, and I saw he went to UNLV, and I think I remembered him a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, UNLV, I think I remember this guy. But, yeah, watching his highlights, I'm like, I'd like to see this guy in the dunk contest. Sure, why not? And I like it because it's not necessarily the best players are in the dunk contest. Give me the best dunkers. If this guy's going to go put on a show and we're going to have a dark horse to root for, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you said, he is the dark horse. And frankly, I think he's a guy that will be in the finals. I mean, we can talk more about the other guys in a little bit, but that's my early prediction.
That's your early prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, absolutely. And no, let's talk about that right now. So Aaron Gordon, who finished runner-up last year to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's not in it this year. But then DeAndre Jordan, he can dunk. There's no doubt about it. But he's not as flashy as Aaron Gordon or Derrick Jones Jr. could be. I'm looking at Derrick Jones Jr. Wikipedia page right now. He doesn't even have a picture on it.
He's really a nobody.
He's 19 years old.
Is he really 19?
Yeah. He's born.
So that's like me getting out there and, I mean, obviously I can't do that, but he's our age.
Yeah.
GP.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
March 10th.
March 10th. Okay, his is February 15th.
Oh my.
97. So like he was born a little less than a month before you.
I mean, if you get an 8-foot rim, I might be able to just maybe throw something down, but yeah, it's just unbelievable.
That's really funny. Wow. So yeah, a 19-year-old kid, 6'7", 190. He went undrafted, and now he's with the Suns, and he's going to be in the NBA dunk contest coming up in this February. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. I think he's going to be really good and really entertaining to watch, especially with the other guys. Aaron Gordon, we know what he can do. DeAndre Jordan, he can throw down some big dunks, but is he really that big a flashy guy? Same with Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about before we went on air, is DeAndre Jordan. Like, yes, he's like the guy that can throw down the hammerest dunks, lobbed up by Chris Paul or something, but he's not really the flashy guy. And for the dunk contest, you kind of like that flash. Like last year, there was lots of it. So, I mean, I expect a lot of lobs for DeAndre Jordan, a lot of, almost like a Dwight Howard back when he kind of did it. That's like my comparison. But now, like, you see more so just because of I think last year's dunk contest was the best of all time.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of unique dunks there were. And then same really for Glenn Robinson. I was kind of looking at some of his, and like, I don't know him too well. I mean, I know he's a Pacers guy. I don't follow the Pacers too much. But from the highlights I saw, it was kind of the same thing. Even on fast breaks or when he was just free for a dunk, he kind of just went up and threw it pretty hard rather than did something real flashy.
Yeah.
So both of those guys, I don't expect to have too much like hype around them and whatnot. But Aaron Gordon, I mean, this is his to lose. In all honesty, last year I think he should have won it last year with those dunks he had. The one where he jumped over the mascot, put it under his legs.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yes, no, he's a freak of nature. He really is. Aaron Gordon, he's something else. Whenever I watched him last year, I was blown away, absolutely blown away. I think I followed him on Instagram like right after because I was like, I want to see this guy dunk more. It was fantastic. He put on a fantastic show. But what are you thinking for early predictions? Aaron Gordon versus Derrick Jones Jr. in the finals? Is that what you're seeing?
That is exactly what I'm saying, and I know this is obvious, but I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon.
Super Bowl 51 in Houston, Texas, between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Two high-powered offenses going at each other. I'm expecting a lot of points. What are you expecting out of this game?
I mean, obviously, we're expecting a lot of points. Matty Ice, he just lights up the field. Tom Brady and the Patriots, always just an organization that wins, really does. And something I just saw the last time it was at Energy Stadium, which is in Houston. The Patriots actually won it 0-4 against the Panthers, 32-29. So could be the same thing. I don't know if you want my prediction or whatnot, but yeah, it's going to be the previous games, so like Falcons, Packers, and then the Patriots, Steelers, both those games were horrific.
Yeah.
Just real boring. But this one is actually going to be a good game.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think you said 32-29 was last time whenever the Patriots played in there in the Super Bowl. I think that sounds like a pretty good score for this game, honestly. I mean, you think about the Falcons, or I thought one thing that was really interesting that I heard, Brady and Belichick in all their Super Bowls combined have never scored a point in the first quarter.
Really?
Yes. They've always put up a goose egg in the first quarter, no matter what.
So if you think, do you think if they do score in the first quarter, things could be completely different, where they lay a goose egg in the later part of the game?
No, I'm saying if they score in the first quarter, it'll help them through the entire game because Atlanta, we know what they can do on offense, and they score quick.
Mm-hmm.
They score quick. You saw them against.
Oh, they jumped out early.
They jumped out early against Green Bay. They're up 24-0 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't think they'll be up 24-0 at halftime against the Patriots, but they have the Falcons have the ability to score first on the opening drive every single game. They have the ability to score on every drive with the playmakers they have with Devontae Freeman and Julio Jones and even Tevin Coleman.
Tevin Coleman, oh yeah.
So, I mean, if Matt Ryan's orchestrating that offense really well, I think it'll come down. I think it'll come down to the very end. But I'm really interested to see how the Patriots start this game and not letting the Falcons get out to an early lead.
I completely agree with that, and I'm going to make a prediction that it's going to come down to who has the ball last. I really think it's going to be close the entire game, and really time's going to run out. I just think whoever has the ball last will win this one. So watch out for that. That's Patrick White's early prediction for the Super Bowl.
All right, Pat. Well, we're going to be out of time here soon. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Where can we follow you on Twitter? And tell us a little bit about what you do here.
So you can follow me on Twitter at PatWhiteIU. That should be real simple. I don't have to spell that out for you. But I do sports media stuff here at IU. Have a show for WIUX. Do BTN Student U. Did a little bit with IUS TV. I do a little bit of really whatever, honestly. Kind of just do what I like, you know?
Yeah, and if you like me and Pat talking to each other right now, you can listen to us 6 to 8 Wednesdays on WIUX.
I'll clap for that.
Clap for that. What's our show name going to be called? We don't know yet.
Tune in Wednesday and you'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have no idea. That is my excuse.
Pat, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Had a good time. Talked a lot of good stuff. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Whatever you're doing. AM Sports Talk with ZP. We'll catch you next time.